it's me, Paul Harfleet. So last week I asked if you had any opinions about this poster that I had made. I asked whether you would like, if you were to buy this poster, would it be appropriate for it to have scientific names as well as the common names? I spoke of the fact that the robin in the UK is very different from the robin in America, for example. So what I have done is this. Here is the poster. This size is A2, and I have added the common names from a European/British perspective alongside the scientific names, which works very well in this case. So thank you everyone for that. Overwhelming majority of people that wanted the scientific names there too. Lots of you also were concerned that a big chunk of text would look messy, and on the smaller sizes you were correct, it does. So I have removed the option of having text on the smaller posters because the text would need to be too small for you to read and there's no point. So on A2, A3 and A4 there is also an option to have no text. So that means you've got 4 options there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should hopefully satisfy your desires. Of course you do, if you buy a print without the names on, you do want to know what the birds are. So what I have also done is this. I have made a sort of poster slash, what have I called it on the website? Something along the lines of Birds Can Fly identification sheet or something like that. I've made that. It's available on my website. You can download it and print it off, or not, completely for free. That way, it's always going to be there. And if you did print it off and lose it, you can just print another one off. Not that you should, because paper is precious, you know. And but you can also just look at it on the screen, so that's fun, I hope. And all of those are available to buy now. I am also making the A4 poster available for you to download from the website if you wanted to just print a rough and ready version off. I do want to make this as accessible as possible because what I'm realizing is that this work is really increasing my knowledge and awareness of the challenges that nature is facing at the moment. Of course I knew about it, but now I know a bit more of the detail. So I want to help encourage younger people to, you know, look at birds and love them as much as I do. So that's the poster. So thank you for your support and your comments. It's always entertaining to read, and I'm sorry I can't respond to every single one of them. I also asked about potentially raising some money with first edition signed print. I wondered whether a raffle might be useful. And lots of you said yes. I asked who that money might go to. I suggested the RSPB, but lots of you said that perhaps the RSPB have enough funding. There were lots of other lovely suggestions. I haven't yet decided, but what I'm going to do is I am going to get the first edition and sign it, and then perhaps raffle it. But what I might start to do in what I'm going to call Birds Can Fly Part 2 is perhaps focus on drawing some birds that might be relevant to particular organisations that support particular kinds of bird life. Perhaps it's a nature reserve that protects a particular plover or something. So Birds Can Fly Part 2, because 50 felt like such a nice number to end on, and I've had some time to reflect on it, I have felt like the need to draw more, and I think I am going to. They might not be as often, because I am beginning to bring the book publication together. That is challenging, but I'm working on it. What you may have noticed in the first collection is that all of the birds are not flying. The title Birds Can Fly was in reference to the fact that all of us who were in lockdown were unable to escape/fly. So I wanted the idea of the potential for flight, perhaps an idea of hope that we may be able to escape this predicament at some point in the future. As we approach what seems to be a second wave, I feel like that need for optimism is greater. So perhaps the occasional bird in flight may lift our spirits. I already know what birds you want me to draw because you tell me all of the time. I know perhaps a gannet and what was the other one you wanted? A barn owl. And I know a few other birds I know I want to draw. But you know, so it's going to be a slower process. They're not going to be every day. They're going to be every week, perhaps. I will continue to gently reference them. I might need to buy some more clothes, but what I'm going to do in the spirit of ecology and protecting the environment is to only buy vintage clothes, and I don't want to buy any fast fashion. So that's what I'm going to do. It's kind of interesting, this, because I realise that I'm basically making this work up as I go, and you're all seeing it happen. So that's fun for you, or not, I don't know. Thank you so much. Goodbye.